everybody, welcome back. Today I'm gonna be making Chiles Rellenos my type of way. I mean, there's different types of versions of it. I know there's some where you get the chile poblano and you dip it in egg and then you fry it, but I feel like that's just like too much for me, and I'm like trying to make it healthy as I can. So the first thing you do is just 1 second, let me flip this fucking camera. Okay, so I have my comal under here, and I put some of this foil on it just so it wouldn't stick or make it dirty. And then I just have them on there, and I'm gonna keep rotating them like that. And don't worry about that. This part, we're gonna take it off anyways, so it's fine. So while that's going, I'm also gonna be boiling. I usually do 9 Roma tomatoes, and I usually use jalapeno, but we don't have any, so I'm using serrano chiles. These 3. It depends on how spicy you like. If you like it super spicy, you can add more. But since I like my chiles rellenos to be like in sauce, then I add a lot of tomatoes. So, because I don't like to add a water to the blender, because I just mix it, water it down, and it's kind of gross to me. So, yeah. While that's boiling, I'll come back to you guys. Okay guys, so I just left my food here and I went to go do my makeup real quick. But this is how they turned out so far. I've been rotating them, and this is what you want them to look like. And my tomatoes are done. Once they like have split and the chiles turned a darker shade of green, then they're good. So I turned that off, and this is the next step. So I'm gonna put you guys right there. You're gonna grab a Ziploc bag and you're gonna put the chiles inside for maybe 10 minutes. I just leave them there until I make my sauce. And then you just sip them, and with that hot vapor, they're gonna finish cooking in there. So yeah, they're already getting all steamy and stuff. So we're gonna just set this aside and start making our sauce. Okay, so in the blender, I already put my tomatoes. I just put 3 chiles, even though I put 2 and I boiled 3 just in case. And then what I do and I put inside there is some salt and some consome. And that's what I do for flavoring. As you can tell, there's like no water in there, because like I said, I don't like it to be watery. And then I'm just gonna blend this. Okay guys, so I tasted it and I put a little bit more consome in it, and now I'm just straining it into this. As you can see, I did not put the extra chile just because it was already spicy for me. Like, I do it on how much I can handle spice, and it's not really, yeah. So I'm just gonna keep whisking, whisk in there, and then make sure nothing goes in there. Come out smooth. And my chiles are back there. See? They're pretty much done. So after I'm done with this, I'm going to take them out, and then I'm going to show you what I do with them next. Okay guys, so I got my chiles out. And then I have my cheese ready. I use this kind of cheese. And then I use mozzarella cheese, and I just mix it all together in there. And that's what's gonna go inside of these. And let me find a way where I can place my camera, because I don't have like a stand, so I can show you how I take off the skin and stuff. So just give me a sec. Okay guys, so I found how to place it. Maybe it's like too close up, I don't know, but this will work for now. So what I do is I grabbed one of my chiles and I remove the skin, and I like to use like a little knife just to help me, but just make sure you move whatever's burnt, whatever comes off. And it's really simple. You just see, pull it off, and that's, you're gonna keep doing that. So this one is done. So now I'm going to take out what's inside of it, which are the little seeds. And for this you might want to use a glove, because sometimes the seeds are spicy and like you don't want to rub your eye, or like if you still wipe your baby's butt, you know, you don't want to get that spiced up either. So I'm just going to do the side, and I'm not going to go all the way down because then it's just going to like open. So now I'm going to see, now it's open and there's like the seeds. So now I'm going to grab the knife, and just like on the top where it's connected to this little tail thing, I'm just going to cut right there, and then I'm going to go in with my hand and just take it all out. You got to be careful. See, now that's out. And when the seeds come out really dark, which these did, then best believe this shit's spicy as fuck. So then, now I fucked up. This is what always usually happens. I like to rip it because my hand's too big to fit in there. So then I just put it in water, and it helps. Yeah, baby? Okay, we'll see, okay? So I'm going to do this with the rest, and then I'll come back for the next step. Okay guys, so I'm done. It took me about like 10 minutes for all this. And they're cleaned out and there's no seeds. So now the next step, what I like to do is I fill it up with my cheese. And I make sure I get the casero cheese in there because that's like really yummy. But I just like to mix it. And then so I'm going to grab my first one. And you want to make sure you stuff the cheese all the way to the tip of it. And just get it all in there so you're not like missing any cheese and it's all skinny and cheeseless. It's okay if you make a mess. It's normal. These are really, really messy, so beware. And basically this is what it's gonna look like. And I'm just gonna keep going until I'm done with all of them. Okay, sometimes they actually rip because, you know, but that's okay. You'll do the same thing basically, but you just can't really fill it to the tip because there's no way you can close it. And a lot of people use toothpicks. I don't like to do that. I just have it hold. See? And the cheese fell out. It's okay. Okay guys, so I'm done filling in my chiles, and this is what's left over, which is not a lot. But what I like to do is, since I don't dip my chiles in egg and then fry it, I like to do what is called like la torta de huevo with all this, which pretty much is like a pancake egg. So I'm just gonna crack a couple of these in here. And I forgot my whisk, but it's okay. And there goes 3. I'm gonna do like 6 eggs, just because we like the egg in it. So basically it's like you're making 2 foods, because you're making like chiles rellenos, and at the same time you're making the eggs that you're gonna also put in there. So it's kind of like chiles, huevos en chile, but there's gonna be cheese. So then in here I'm gonna crack black pepper, and I'm gonna sprinkle some salt, and then I'm gonna grab my, and then I'm just gonna start whisking it all together. I haven't made these in a while. I think I also put like a little bit of milk in it, but I'm not gonna do that today, just because I think the last time I made them was like before I got on keto, and now that I know that like there's 22 grams of carbs in milk. No, not 22 carbs, my bad. Grams of sugar in the milk. I just don't want to risk it, so I'm just gonna go. And pretty much that's all I do. Just whisk it together. And that's out of the way. And I already put some oil to fry in my pan. So I'm going to show you. And I used olive oil to fry this. So okay guys, so everything's ready. I have everything set up over here. Let me show you real quick. Sorry, you're like on a damn Domino's box, so it's gonna be making noise. My sauce, my eggs, and my chiles. Yes, Elena. Yes. No. Well, you're there.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So I'm gonna be putting my eggs in. I'm gonna fry these. And I'm gonna turn it up. I had it on medium heat. Well, not medium. Now I'm gonna do medium high. This is what my eggs look like. You can tell that they're getting brown. Can't even hold my damn phone right. Sorry if my hand's all shaking. You can tell. See? And it's not burning, guys. That's just how it looks. So now I flip. I'm gonna try to do this while I'm holding my camera. So, and I don't even know. Okay, that's good enough. And it's gonna get super fat and thick. And from this point on, I like to like part it, just so we don't have like big ass chunks floating around. And I actually lowered it to medium heat again, just because I don't want it to like burn. And then I'm just going to continue flipping a little bit up from the sides, because those are the like ones I just flipped right now. See, it looks gooey, guys. It's not. It's the cheese that's all melted in there. So I know it looks kind of freaky. Just make your eggs how you like them, because, you know, I don't know. I don't want you thinking I'm trying to give you salmonella over here. So, it looks kind of gross, guys, but believe me, this shit is bomb. And I have a picky husband, so I made, like, the first times I ever tried to make chiles rellenos, he did not like it. He was just like, nah. And I had to try different ways until he was like, finally he liked it. So yeah. So now I'm gonna put my chile in there, and it's gonna get filled to the top.
And I'm gonna get a little candy.
Just one, okay? And then it's just so good. Okay. Ooh, that's spicy. My mom keeps texting me, guys, and calling me, because when she goes to the store, she's always trying to buy me stuff. And I tell her not to, but she still does. And she gets mad if I tell her not to. She's like, this is why I'm your mom. I need to buy you stuff. I'm like, Mom, but I'm like 30 years old. And she's just like, so? I'm going to buy you stuff till I die. I'm like, okay. So I just let her be. Okay, after that, it's going to start to boil. So I'm going to start parting to the sides the egg, because I'm going to start putting my chiles in there and let it all boil together. So here goes one chile. I'm just going to put it in there, and it's okay if the chile goes inside of it. And I'm just going to keep doing that to all of them. I'm going to do the one that's like a rib, so I can just get it out of the way, because I'm just going to carefully stick it in there. Okay. See, I didn't even fry them, and they still taste bomb. They're still going to eat. And what I serve with this is frijoles chinitos, which is like fried beans, and I smash them. And now I'm not going to be able to eat that, but my husband will, so. Okay, so just stick them in there, and then I'm just going to press them down a little bit. And see, it's all to the top. So now I'm going to just grab my lid, and I'm going to let it boil together. I'm going to turn up the heat. I came back from, and I'm just going to let that boil for maybe 5 to 8 minutes. Just get all the cheese melted in there. You can do 10 just to make sure, but we're not even going to eat it now till like later. So I like to do this in the morning and then reboil it later on when my husband gets home and he's hungry. So guys, my food is done. It overboiled. I had to clean everything around here because it was like spilling out because I was washing dishes, and I totally forgot that I was like trying to finish this. So they are done. See how the cheese is like so melted? It's just so bomb. Yeah, and then later on I will take a picture and post it on Instagram on how I serve it. So I hope you enjoy.